Hi guys, good evening. Only I am live, sharing the link. Hi Arun, ਸਤਿ ਸ਼੍ਰੀ ਅਕਾਲ Kamal, Ariana. Thank you. Happy New Year. Okay, let me just share. Hi Mitchell, good evening. Now the market is still up in the after hours. That's great. Hi Satish, good evening. Guys, I'm gonna give some minutes so that people can join in. It's been a long time. I've done this almost a month now. Hi Mohan, hi Vishal, good evening, good evening. I hope you all had a great day. This market was like really solid today, allowed everybody to make money. Like if you have lost money on today, then there's something wrong in your strategy. Hi Manjunath, good evening. Happy Diwali, and I'll say Happy Diwali to each and everyone who is here. Thank you, thank you. So in between, let people. Yep, market is running nonstop. Yes, there's no doubt in that. Well, let's start from the scans. Let's see open, high, low. ENPH was on my radar along with the TTD. We carried TTD and then made good money on that. I also wanted to carry ENPH, but from last few days, I'm just trying to avoid as much as to carry anything. But if you look here, the one very basic thing, SPX open and low were same. So there was no point shorting anywhere into this market. When you have something like this, never ever try to fight it. And this was pretty evident that yes, this market is solid today. There was no point showing any kind of retaliation and fighting the trend. It's doing well and it's sustaining that move. So it is a solid move. But now we'll see what will do, because all the possible positive possibilities are in front of us now. The CPI has come down, so and the House has passed the government funding. So all these things are in front of us, and TNX has went down. So yields have come down considerably from 51 all the way to 44 now, which is good. So it has cooled off the yields as well. Dollar has also cooled off substantially. Dixie. So let's see if I don't think we'll have any inside days. I really doubt. Yep, there's no inside days. Any bullish candle patterns on daily time frame? No. Any bearish candle patterns on daily time frame? Again, I'm looking into my watch list. Nothing out of the world. Last one is 12 and 34 on daily. I think this we should have some. That's waiting for the results. Now we have 36 people. Good to have 36 people after a long time. Because I was just taking a break because I had some issues from the work, so I wanted to have some mind space. I don't think that's coming. Anyways, let's look at the market and let's see where we have certain things which are like extended. Let's look at daily EMAs. So or Celsius is something I think somebody also mentioned in the group. They wanted me to cover something. Pan W. Okay, Pan W now. Guys, last time we did this was a very small list, ES and everything. So if you want me to add something, let me know. I'm gonna add. I'm just inserting 5 rows here. Thank you, Sonu. So you had Pan W, so I'm gonna add Pan W here. Let's do 15 today, 15, 16, so that I can let's look at positive ones. So CMG has 13 days back to back high Kenichi. So if you entered on the day of earnings when it was 1875, in 13 days back to back, it has a flat high Kenichi and it is now at 2165. That's a massive one. Then we have Microsoft 11 days back to back, and it made a 52-week high. AMD 10 days, Oracle, EMAT, Qualcomm, Netflix, Nvidia, AVGO. So if you follow Haikinishi, you can see that on the daily basis, it gives you confidence to swing. And when you have confidence to swing, you could have really made money in this market. So now we should be focusing on stocks. Meta is 52-week high today. AVGO did 52-week high today. Microsoft did. Netflix was lagging. Nvidia was a little slow. TSM was slow. I think CRM. I want to include CRM into my list. ERM. I do want to include Chinese stocks because I like them at this moment. IGP, iShook. Let's look at Lulu has done well. iVivek. Airbnb, Crowd. These stocks have like bazooka. I do want to include Snow and PayPal. Okay, I think we should be good here. I'm going to delete all these comments because now we have nothing. So ES has rallied a lot since last time we spoke. If we go to ES, ES almost hit the area of 45.25, which is like a massive move. If you see here, this is actually a W breakout which happened today. This happened 45.50 to 45.60. It's a area where we have seen resistance in the past. Even like last time we have seen similar set of rally, one directional, but that took about a month and a half. This time it would need 10 days. Now, when we do something like this, and where did we bounce from? We bounced right from the regression channel bottom We took over the trend line and then we went on to hit the 100% Fibonacci resistance. Now, my only concern is we have rallied almost 400 points, 4110 to 4520. That's 410 points roughly. That's a massive rally without any meaningful retracement. So, from a logical point of view, maybe we need some level of consolidation, some level of uh, pullback a little bit so that we can move further from here. Otherwise, this is going to be a difficult state of affairs. We cannot we cannot move vertically like this. We need to come back and at least test this area 4450 area. I think that will be a really good area to try longs. I would not short at this time because the momentum is really solid, but I have to wait for a long position because this is an area where we have seen some level of selling opportunities. So if you are long, this is a good time to book long and then wait for the new opportunity. Let's look at the book map as well. And again, this is on an ES basis. So if you are inclined towards individual stocks, that's totally fine. Each stock can behave on its own, but there are some, I would say, stocks which will outperform this market because they have been struggling a lot. And right now, you just see there's some sellers right here, 4525 area, and this is a massive line. And if yep, I don't see we are crossing this line very easily. These are some massive numbers, 4525. And then we have 4545, which is my second resistance. So I don't think we are going to have heavy 4525. We have 566 size order, 452219. Otherwise, all these are the small orders. So this shows that yes, this is going to be a tough, or like especially for the overnight session, this is going to be a wall, 4525. So when we are looking into the chart, it's something right here. Let me just expand this. And again, this is 4529, but if you look right here, where my this purple box, I don't know, you will call purple, pink, whatever. This box is starting, and today's high is there, 4525, roughly. That area is going to act as a resistance. Then we have 4545 that will act as a resistance. So if you are long, you need to keep on booking long. The good entry to enter long is somewhere here on this line. So if we can come here, we might have some consolidation, like we had this consolidation, and then we broke out from there. Same thing, we are going to see some level of consolidation, and then we can continue. Now, if we lose this line, then we can test the 12 and 34 EMA back to back. All right, so momentum is really solid, a little bit extreme for now, because we have seen, like, if I add the DMI, right now you're seeing the DMI into the greens. But if we simply go to the DMI, right, DMI, and add them here, you will see that this green line, which is the positive momentum, is about 31. Red line, which is the negative momentum, or red line is actually the ADX. These are plus and one. Let me change the color to make it meaningful. Otherwise, it's going to be confusing all the time. So plus DI green, this should be red, and ADX should be black. Yes. So green momentum is really solid. The strength in this momentum is there, but it's not like extremely significant. So, as I said, there are opportunities, but if we need some level of consolidation, we can actually move higher from here. So, all in all, I would say uh, try to see if we hold. Uh, Let me just break it down to 30 minutes just to see. Yep, this is the area. If we lose 4,500, then I think 4510, 4,500, then we can start to lose. Right now, we are holding 34, 12 EMA right there. It's setting up a good flag. Right now, we are respecting that throughout the day and in the after hours. So all looks good to me at this moment. And let's go to 1 day. Let's see if we have anything in the past which gives me any more relevant. Time for 5 years. Okay. I'm just trying to check if I can extend to right and see if I can get something. Yeah, 4520. This is a previous Fibonacci level, which has come into the picture now. You can see right there 4520 area and 4550 area. These two areas are going to be a little hard. So in my case, I'm really positive. I really want to buy above today's high, 45.25. I'm gonna keep very small stop loss. Uh, I want to keep 45.10 as my stop loss, 45.47, which is the first target. Second target is 45.81. Extremely big breakout. Big breakout happened today. Short, I would say if you really, again, really are keen to short below 45.10-ish area. Because that's where you're going to find some level of sellers or 4,500. If we go back to the bookmark, 4,500 was an area. So 45.10-ish will be my stop loss. And if I lose that, my area will be 44.85 and 44.60. 44.85, 44.60. These two should be good. Again, I'm expecting a little bit of consolidation. So if we lose 45.10, 4,500, we could actually go very quickly towards 44.60. That will be a good entry area. NQ has been relentless, non-stop. It's just like few points. Look at the move, 14,000 to 15,920. Again, it's going to face that resistance now, 15,000. A few months back, it went on to hit 16,000. I remember that. Yep. It was 16,000 right there. And again, it tested this one and then bounced. Now this bounce is really extreme, but you see, when we had move here, the green line and the black line were on the top. Right now, the green line and the black line are moving towards high. They are not high. So the opportunity of move is still there, but we need to be careful because this rally is really extreme. probably we need to take some considerations that yes, we may have to see some level of cool off. Yep. 15,912 is the range. It could hit 15,800. So this is 61 above 78. So if you have to short, you have to wait for 15,810. Short 15,810. That's area to short. And if you short there, you can see 15,606, 15,460. 15,606 is a very good area to add. Stop loss, I would keep 850. If you're short. If you're long, I think I would love to wait for a dip before going to 16,000. So I would like to say buy near or buy in dip. 15,875, 900 area. If it comes in this area, only then it makes sense to add NQ. Otherwise, it's a little tough on NQ. Target 16,000, which is a logical number, and 16,071. So opportunity is right there. But better to enter when we get a dip. And possibly we could actually see that dip very quickly in the morning. Maybe some Fed speaker comes up and says something silly, and we might get that dip. So buy on the dip is the idea. Don't rush to short at this moment. Triple Q. Triple Q has finally reached the stage with some massive gaps. This was an inside day and a gap and a breakout of 384. It's 61.8 Fibonacci area, which is a solid support area. So unless and until we are losing this, I'm not planning to short anything. So I'm going to keep my close as stop loss as 384. Because if we go below 384, then we are into the gap. And then gap is like a good big gap, about 7 to 8, 6 points. Above 384, we have 388 and 391. So 388, 391.4. On the shorts, I'll say these are not shorts, these are neutrals. Shorts will begin, but let me keep it short. Now, here you need to buy again. As I said, buy in the dip. If you get 385.50, 386. And if you have to sell below today's low, 383. And here we could aim the gap. Because when the gaps are created, those gaps needs to be filled. Again, stop loss 384. 379 has been a really good support area, so 379 could be really tested. I would try to long at 379 and don't think anything else will help here. 377, 76, 75. So I'm not writing so many comments today. because I'm just trying to be in the groove. It's been a while that I've done all this, so I just need to be in the groove so that I can do this properly. In between, Hong Kong is doing really, really good. It's up almost 3%. Apple, I don't know, today Apple, I found a little, like, it's again, right, you can see we have inside day and now we have a dodgy on the top. And it's exactly hitting the same dodgy area where it had hit in the past. So I'm not sure whether we should be positive here or not. I'm thinking if we lose 186 or if we open below 186, we may actually see some cool off and test of 12 EMA because we have seen a massive move from 166 all the way to 187. That's 20 points in Apple. So Apple, I'm just saying it's neutral. I do want to short this because it is struggling right here. 187.70 is my stop loss. And that's why I'm saying if we can get a cool off, that will be a good opportunity. It's dodgy at the top and resistance of 78.6 Fibonacci. So sell on rise towards 187.50. We can concentrate on this better. I didn't get which other setups. If you have them, please come forward. We can look at them. And if we lose this, that will become dodgy. So potential evening star, we could hit 183.39. Rounding it off, and then possible test of the 12 EMA, which is 181. And again, I want to keep 50-50 moves now because market has rallied a lot. I don't want to be super positive. I just want to make sure we are 50-50. Apple is about 60 now. That's a negative. You need to figure out where you, Vijay. I did not find anything in my scanners. Today, every company moved on, as I mentioned in the morning. Any company which is over beaten, they will jump, and that's what happened. Amazon has rallied incredibly since the earnings, and right now, again, hammer at the top. Not a nice sign. Same thing happened in the past. But if we clear this, I'm looking at 155-ish. Right now, the strength is there in Amazon, but I need some more strength. I think if we can get to 143, that will be a really good area to add Amazon. So buy the dip into 143. Yep, that's in the second time it came here. So possibly we may break here on the higher side. Stop loss is 145. Amazon. Again, I would like to buy in the dip. Amazon. I missed AMD 145, 50 to 146. I'm looking at psychological level of 150, 155. If we get a dip, we should buy that dip. Amazon is really positive. AMD. AMD, since the earning has done a tremendous job, But again, the issue with AMD is it has done dodgy at the top, which is never a nice thing. So AMD is still, I would say, neutral to short, dodgy at the top. And yep, if you see this purple box, it shows the supply in, and this is a clear sign of dodgy. So from 95 to 120, that has already been moved 25%. I think a back test of this green line will be incredible. Again, if we lose this green line, then 112 might come. But as of now, I think a potential sell is there if we lose 118.60. So AMD first target is 118.60. Second target is 116. And stop loss is, I'll keep the dodgy middle of the candle 121. Sell on rise 120. If it comes into this range, I'll be a seller on AMD. CRM has tested 204 in the few things. Again, it hit right 221.18. Exactly my Fibonacci 60, 1.8 Fibonacci. This was the Fibonacci where it started to drop last time. And now it has come. So I really want it to cross 221. And in case Nasdaq has to move or S&P has to move, this will provide some strength. So 221 is my, I need to copy this. This is red. This is blue, so I'll make it green. So CRM is positive for me, and I'm looking 221 as my stop loss. I want to buy above that. I would say buy by 222. The CRM is a slow mover, but it moves really solid. Target is 225, 65, and I think 231. I think it has capacity to go into 231. And do not trade below 225. Do not. It will only eat premium. Baba, I expect Baba, Baidu, JD to do some sort of uh, bottoming out. Like you see, we have faced this to 34 EMA. I think we are on the verge of breaking out. This 34 EMA has been a pain point for Baba for a long time, since 90s. It has come down. It has earnings this week. I'm really positive on Baba. I think if we can cross 84.50, it should be good. Baba is positive. $84.50, which is the 34 EMA. If we can clear that, 87 and 92. 87.25, 92 are possible. ER is on 11.16. Stop loss is 12 EMA, which is 83.50. Risk reward is much better for Baba uh, because the number of not the number of the amount of move expected in Baba result is very minimal. So we could actually see a very big move in the end if it comes to that point. Uh, Instead of paper, let's look at IWM. IWM is much more solid today. So IWM has seen one of the best days I have seen in my life on IWM, like a 10 point a day. I have not seen that. I think it is going to uh, create again an island tomorrow here. If I can clear that 179, I think we'll be hitting 185 very soon on IWM. So keep an eye on IWM. Again, 179.60. I want it to open above this and hold here. If it does, it will move. If it starts to break down, I think 176 is a good area to add. So 176 is a good area to add IWM. Positive buy above 179.60, stop loss 178. And IWM has been like on the back sheet for so long that like today you saw the move. If there is a constant push in the market, IWM will lead 185.30. Again, I'm not saying to short anything because the momentum is really solid. Only short stocks which were really, really weak. Do not try to like invent some situation. Just try to flow with the trend of the market. Snow. Snow is a cloud stock, and every time it has come to 142, it has bounced significantly. It is above this area. I think if something has to come, it needs to break out this 166 and it can hit 172, 177 area. So again, the momentum is not so sharp. So I will try to see if we can add uh, snow at 162 area. The snow is neutral. Buy in the dip. I want around 162, 164 area. Stop loss 160. Target is right there 172 and 177. 90. Let it fill the gap. PanW has earnings and it has moved a lot along with Crowd and Zscaler. They have moved like 20-30% already. And I've seen that anything which is moving, they will keep on moving in that direction. Now, one thing which is noticeable is that the black line, which is the strength line, has not moved up into PanW. Last time it came into this region, it faced like so many hammers. So if it faces the same thing, let's look at black box if we can find something for come on, come on, come on. Black. And guys, if you have any setup you want to talk, you can post it in the chat and we can pick it up and discuss it. I'm not showing the charts, I'm showing the charts. I've shared the screen and the entire screen is being shared. I can see that on the YouTube itself. Pan W. Pan W, you can see that there are calls which are being sold. Not much in terms of quantity. But there is, well, this is a strange trade. Look at this trade. 230 put of December is added. 230 call of December is added, and 230 put is sold of what you call November. So this guy, this should be a sell. This should be a sell, 100% it should be a sell. Let's look at the open interest. Yep, this will be a sell. The price of that option has moved up. So this will definitely be a sell from 24, 25, 20, 35. This will be a sell. Even if it is at the ask, I think this is a sell of 2500 calls at 261. And that's it. Somebody is really interested to buy the puts and exit from the calls. The Pan W is interesting. If it crosses 266, let's look at its 5-year period. Yep, it's trading at its all-time highs. I think I will not try to long here Pan W because the DMI is showing me like weakness, and it's right at this area. So 261, I'm gonna sell Pan W. I'm gonna short Pan W, and I'm aiming at 245-ish on Pan W. My stop loss will be today's high, which is 262 to 63. 263. Pan W is short below 260. I did not write short, I said sell below. And I'm aiming for 252. And this could be one of the good trades. 246. Again, not a massive mover, but it's a potential mover on the downside. AMI is weak while the move went up. Really, there's no need to work on target. Target is done. It will give you the numbers in the morning, and we cannot do anything now on target. Google, I think Google also started to give back a little. Again, same thing, hammer at the top, which is never a good sign. This was a massive gap which was created, and in the earnings, this gap, if it loses like this thing 132.80, which is the high, things can really drag down Google. So I'm short on Google. Sell below 132.80. Stop loss will be 133.30. Looking at 131. 128. Google again, hammer at the top. Again, the market momentum, I'm reiterating, is stock specific. Like we might see AMD downward, but we might see Amazon, CRM, Lulu showing strength, or any other stock. Banks may show strength and hold ES up. So keep in mind about that. Meta is one of the strongest stocks. It's holding really solid. Uh, it has target of 384 now. Again, the momentum is a little weak in Meta. It definitely went up, but you can see the strength in this move is not there. So I would like to see if it fills the gap. And if it does, I would like to enter there. So 332.35 is somewhere I want to enter. I'm giving it neutral. Buy in dip. Because again, market has gone up so much. I may not, sort of now does not work. It is the odds of its bids are really bad. It moves $100 and then you make nothing. We'll see on Meta on now. Buy and dip towards 332.50. Stop loss 330. If it comes to that, and in the 5 years, $338, $344, $338, $344 are possible targets. I really want to buy the dip, and the targets are good. If it crosses 338, I'll be looking for 344. UPS is looking interesting, yes. Microsoft is in like all-time highs, but Microsoft, you see, it's hitting that trend channel top. Again, dodgy at the top, which I'm not liking. So if we start to lose 368, 3, like, I may not go long here because opportunity is very limited. But if I have to short, I will short below 368.30. I'm just keeping it neutral. Sell below 368.50. Looking at 365.62. I don't know what will bring. Maybe IWM needs to move, so all these big stocks may take a halt. Dodgy at the top. Netflix also was losing the momentum. It's a perfect dodgy. Below 446 or 446 is an area if it holds, because 446 is area where it has struggled in the past. So 446 and Netflix is also neutral. 446 by near 446 if it holds, otherwise sell below 446. It's like dodgy at the top, same thing. And these are making dodgies. Even if the market has moved up and closed higher, these companies made dodgies. I'm just trying a buy on this. I don't want to sell because 446 is a breakout back test. Then we have Nvidia. Nvidia, I mentioned that it's looking good. It has gone up incredibly. Again, all these, you can see that all these are making those dodges, which is not making me comfortable. Either they will continue their journey towards 513, they need to open above. But if they start to lose 496, I'll be in doubt. Neutral, sell below 496, stop loss 499. I'm looking at 490 and 484. Buy above 500, stop loss 496. Target is 513. Tesla, same thing with Tesla. Tesla has broken about 236. It's a hammer, or you can say W. If we hold 236, I think 250 is coming. Let's see the gap. Gap is at 242, which I mentioned. So if it does not move over 242, then it's going to be, it's up to you, Mr. Bajwa. I do not trade G, so I do not include that into my list. Mitchell, I am long on Baba. I bought like some stocks on Baba as well as on JD. Right now, Biden is saying problems with Jinping. I don't know what to do with that. But I really want to hold 236 in Tesla. I can buy 236.75 is my stop loss. Target is 242, 250. And I'm giving it 60% buy above today's high, which is 238. If you have to sell, if we lose this, sell below 235. Stop loss 236.75. It should fill the gap. 228, 60. I think this will be a healthy correction if we get that. Then 225.40. Okay, this is done. Now we'll talk about AMAT. And now AMAT. AMAT is doing good. Last time we saw a dodgy on AMAT into the earnings and then it dropped. This time, I think let's look at the flow for AMAT. These calls are like, if you're interested, you need to keep an eye on this 170 calls. These calls were sold. So there's 2200, 760, 500, about 5800. If we see the price has went up and these are new positions, so these are most likely sold. So 170 calls are sold. on AMAT. 155 calls are bought. So tomorrow keep an eye on 170 calls and 155 calls into AMAT. Technically, if it crosses 156, which is 38.2 Fibonacci, it should hit 164, 170. So 155 to 170 is a potential move. On the downside, I think it needs to break down below 150 to show any meaningful downside. Now, this stock has just moved up and up like Adobe. 651 is one of the resistances. Otherwise, it has come to a point where I may not choose to trade this. 660. 660 is a good resistance for it. Let's look at now. Somebody bought puts for 265,000. So I'm not going to go long here on now. Even in the previous time, it has faced resistance around this area. So 660 is my stop loss if I have to try short on now. Target, again, target has moved a lot in last half an hour, 45 minutes of the day and in the after hours. And it looks to me that yes, it's setting up for a good move on the higher side, but the results will be out in the morning, so there's nothing we can do in target. All right, guys. So thank you for joining in tonight. I'll try to make these live sessions regularly so that we can plan ahead, because now all the festive season is gone and I'm not going to be occupied and my work is looking a little better. UPS, 1 second. UPS was looking fine, and I think there was a good trade also which came. UPS looked good, and I think there was a UPS call flow and put sell option which also came in. So there was a dark pool at 210. And that dark pool constitutes right there. It's a 2000 call buying at 9.9 and 0.7 it was sold. So somebody actually bought at 143.50. So 143.50 should be a good stop loss for UPS. Mitchell, I'm going to long Baba into the earnings. I'm going to long it. All right, guys. Thank you very much. I'm going to post this information on Twitter and into the Telegram channel. So hopefully we'll have a good day tomorrow. And if you have any questions, you can tag into Telegram or send me a question on Twitter. I'll be able to revert to that. Thank you and have a great night, guys. Bye-bye.